Okay, now let's try to make a pretty map out of this. So all I've done here, I made one minor change. I dragged the um, county above it, and I made it blue outlines um, with clear centers in the properties. So the next thing we're going to do here is go to Project and a new print layout, and this one is going to be called Toxic Trout. All right, this is our um, print map composer here, where we our layout composer. And so the first thing we need to do is see what the various things do here. This is going to add a map to the layout, so we're going to click and drag around. It'll take a minute to render the map. All right, so there's our map. But one of the things we like in maps, right? You can see it's nice, it's lovely. We click on that, and what we would like here is to, it's got extents here. We'd like to put a grid in there. So we're going to go to Grid, and we're going to add a grid. Then we're going to click on it and modify that grid. And our interval units here, we're going to do 0.05. Well, let's do 0.5, half a degree in our X units, and half a degree in our Y units. And so is that too much? Yeah, probably way too many. So we're going to do 1 degree and 1 degree. All right, and so that looks pretty nice. That gives us some. That's probably still too many. It's a little busy. And so we'll try 2 and 2. This is just a matter of preference, by the way. And I'm just changing them to goof around. And this is in degrees. So this is going to be something that gives us these in degrees. All right, so we're going to click Draw Coordinates. So it tells us our coordinates. So this is graticules. We kind of like that. And we'll leave it at that for right now. The format is decimal. You could decimal minute if you wanted degree minutes. Looks sort of swankier map-wise, so we'll just do degree minutes for right now. And that's the font color. And distance to map, I want to increase that a little bit so they're just a little bit further away. And you can play with this to your heart's content. But now we're starting to get some things on here that make it look like a professional map. And we could go and change our CRSs, but I'm not going to do that because that would require explaining more about GIS than I want to right now. So all right, so we have a nice map so far. I'm going to click Save because I got some of the work done I want there. Sort of what is the next thing I want? Now let's put a scale bar on here. So we're just going to click and drag our scale bar. All right, it gives us 100 kilometers. Let's do miles because we're in Pennsylvania. All right, so people sort of get an idea of how big we are. So we have our scale bar there. We probably want to put a legend in there. Our legend is going to be a little bit messy. One of the things that the map composer doesn't do super well is legends, but we're going to put one on anyway. And here's our legend. And put this down here. And the title is legend. Some people use map key. We'll do 2 columns. And let's move our trout stock streams. We'll let us move it up. All right, maybe we can go to 3 columns and move it. Move our map up a little bit. All right, so back to, as you see, we've got properties here, and all right, so we're almost where we want. Do I want to get rid of county out of there, etc.? All right. All right, so we're going to take off the auto update up here. That's what I was looking for and not finding. So this doesn't have items I don't really want to see in there. So I'm going to click on the OpenStreetMaps, and I'm going to remove that from the legend. I'm going to click on the PA County, and I'm going to remove that from the legend. And that gives us mostly our trout stock streams. Still a little longer than I might like. And then do I need my stream buffers? I don't think so, so I'm going to remove that. And then, oops. Play with that a little bit. All right, I think that's about where I'm going to get it. I might make the font smaller. I might do a few other things. Might make the background so I can blend in. But for right now, we're there. Now we probably want to add a title. There we go. And it's over here, it's going to say lorem ipsit, and I'm going to put in a map of atrazine risk in streams, in trout stock streams. And it's super small, so I have to go down to my font here. And my font size, I'm just going to bounce it up. And then come back up to, it says map, and you notice it's eating the M. So I can play with that, or I can just hit some spaces till it looks like where I want it. And should be good. All right, so I click outside of that, and there I go. So it's not super professional looking yet, but we're starting to get there. This is a nicer map than you'd sort of like. I click back on my map. I'm going to go to my grids. I'm going to modify that grid, and then frame style, I want to add a frame. Interior text. I'm going to do a line border there. Make it a little 2, little 1 in black. We're talking about streams here. We'll try getting the color again. All right, that's a little better. I like that color now. Come out here, click away. And now I have a nice blue color, and I have my titles here. I could put some more information about where the data came from, some metadata by adding more text here. I'm going to, again, save that. Preview. That's what it looked like if we send it out in black and white. That's not very good. Not really a particularly good map for color blindness, so we might want to think about that. But we're going to go back to our view in normal. And now we should be able to export as image or SVG or PDF. There are all some advantages. We're just going to width and length parameters. It might exceed, so we're going to say close, and it's going to spit this out. We're going to click out our ToxicTrout.png. That's fine. We're going to save it. And it's complete. And here we have our toxic trout, and voila. Yeah, we probably want to play more with the legend and that sort of thing, and probably a few more graticule points and change the color of those graticules. But there we go. We have a pretty nice looking map.